Iowa State, with Baylor involved in that. And, of course, Baylor also a tough schedule. Colorado and Kansas State. TCU heads to Arizona for their next two. Host West Virginia on February 23rd. That is going to be a huge game. Here's Sedona Prince inside.
Yeah, looking at those standings, there's still a lot of basketball to be played. So, it can change up here towards the end.
Well, you already see what TCU is going to try to do, because nobody can match up, really, with Sedona Prince on BYU's squad. And Amber Whiting says, we just have to mix up our defenses. And there is her daughter, Amari Whiting. Remember that number, because TCU is 10-1 when she scores 9 or more. Delaney Gibb tried to force it into Whiting, the first turnover of the ball game, and that's kind of been a problem at times for BYU. Madison Connor can't shoot and buries her 90th three-pointer of the season.
Like you said, it's been a problem because it turns into points for the other team. TCU does a really good job of scoring off of turnovers, and especially those live ball turnovers is what you have to cut down on. Madison
Connor now just 10 three-pointers made from going over her career high that she hit last year for a season. Shot clock at 10. Calvert, she'll launch the three off the back of the iron. Prince the rebound.
And TCU got lucky right there because they've already given up 2 offensive rebounds to BYU, but they haven't been able to convert.
BYU just 1 for 5, and TCU goes 3 for 4. BYU only 1 of 6 to start, make it 1 of 7. Into the hands of Connor. Connor can push it. Her head is always up when she crosses the timeline, looking to see who else is open. Van Lith. People have been doubling her the last couple of games. We saw it first in the Kansas State game. No look past Sedona Prince.
And that's just such great movement there on the backside by Taylor Bigbie, because you're expecting TCU to have their shooters out. And so you have to get the other team to be watching.
Sedona averaging over 2 assists a ball game. And they force another turnover. I think we have an NBA player here tonight, do we not?
I think so.
You have a radar for that, don't you?
I just like to see in the crowd, who's coming out to support these ladies.
How about Haley Van Lith drives left side, averaging just under 18 points a ball game. Had to foul out of that Texas Tech game. Fewest points of the season for Haley Van Lith. And TCU has hit 4 of their last 5.
And we talked about Delaney Gibb in the open. She came back out right there, was able to hit the 3 and answer TCU. But Madison Connor, when she has the ball in her hands, is going to put 3 on the board. 5 games, 5 or more three-pointers made for Madison Connor. She's already 2 for 2 tonight. Beautiful pass on the inside. Easy layup for Cambry Barber, the freshman out of Rigby, Utah. Started the last 4 games for the Cougars. Barber does such a good job of slashing and really moving without the ball. You see her able to get those 2 points.
TCU lighting it up from 3. Agnes Eminoku makes it 3 for 3 for the Horned Frogs.
And you're hard to stop when you're shooting about 78%.
Whiting, no place to go. The 3 buried by Kemery Cogden. Kemery Cogden, the senior. Van Lith lines it up. Nope. She travels.
Both of these teams, it's an emphasis on sharing the ball and really playing team basketball. And so you see that in the assist numbers.
Gibb has been very active. You were talking about during the break. On the drive, got it. That is Delaney Gibb, the freshman. Here is Donovan Hunter. Donovan Hunter dumps it down, and again, Sedona Prince.
Between her and Sedona.
The last year when these two teams played, Sedona had 25 points, 10 rebounds, and another 3. Merrill didn't play in the game against Texas Tech, but again against Iowa State. Did a great job when Prince got in trouble, and Connor to DeAsia Merrill. Gibb tries to work on Merrill, lost the handle.
So good job by TCU of IDing her and doubling her to get the ball out.
Great inbounds play, and it works. Emma Calvert again. Calvert's got 5 in the ball game. BYU, they've hit 6 of their last 8 shots. Madison Connor for 3. Halfway down, bounced out. Final 2 minutes here in the opening quarter. Whiting, a little bit different role than she had last year with this team. Coach telling me a couple of weeks ago, she tells her daughter, make sure you just rebound. Inside, Calvert off the glass. Hunter. Plenty of time on the shot clock at 7. Van Lith. Connor drives left side, got it.
I don't know how she got that up without it going off the backboard, but Madison Connor's going to find a way.
Well, Madison Connor can hit inside or outside. Everybody talks about her three-point shooting, but she's great on dribble penetration also. Gibb. Lift cuts her off. Nice dish inside. Calvert can't hold on to it. Taken away. Agnes Emanopu, final 0.5 of a second, and that's the way the first will end.
For TCU, that's going to be a point of emphasis. They've got to have another start like they did at the beginning of the game to really try to continue to add to that stat.
BYU had 6 turnovers, resulting in 9 points by the Horned Frogs. Ball security huge in their Big 12 wins. They only turn it over 14 times in Big 12 wins, but in losses over 19. Shot clock inside of 8. Calvert way out front with 6 to shoot. Gibb works off the pick. Gibb baseline, not a whole lot of room, not going to be able to get it. Knocked into the hands of Madison Connor. Connor has the ability not only to be the shooting guard, but the point guard. Bigby has it knocked away. Ball is loose. Prince back to Connor with 10 to shoot.
And when looking at the stats, BYU does a really good job of blocks. They average about 4 per game.
Right. They've increased their three-point shooting over last season.
And then coming in, when you just look at these two programs, they have similar styles. Yes, TCU likes the pick and roll, but they like to get up and down the floor as well and shoot threes.
How about Condon?
One thing we talked about, and when we talked to Coach Whiting, is she's going to try to throw different defenses at TCU. You see they come out of the timeout there in a press, more so to just get time off the clock rather than actually force a turnover. That's
a good point because they didn't get into their offense, TCU, till 15 on the shot clock, looking for their first field goal of the second, and they get it from Deasia Merrill. Gibb, the floater from 16, and she's going to be fouled. And at the line, it's going to be Delaney Gibb out of Alberta, Canada. And nothing she does, I think, surprises Coach Whiting. Coach even told us yesterday, that's why I recruited her. 2013-2014. There's the double on Jovanovic. Hunter working on Gibb, the floater, and gets the bounce.
Hunter getting her head downhill and attacking the basket. In the post-game conference, she said that in the second half of the season, she's trying to get her feet in the paint more and make better decisions. And you see that right there.
Whiting with the floater. The lead is at 5. Whiting probably could have taken another dribble. Here is Jovanovic. What a year she had last year, a career year. Had to run the point because of all the injuries. The turnaround, Merrill.
Merrill wanted a foul call there with some contact. Great hustle.
That was her season high. Calvert working on Merrill, left hand. Merrill's going to be called for the foul. Fouls in the last 3 games have been a problem. She's had 2 DQs in that space. Gustin gone. Calvert got to move to her natural position.
Since when they started the game, they were really effective in that pick and roll.
Una. Robertson launches. Rebound pulled away by Amber Whiting. Averaging just under 6 rebounds a ball game for the Cougars. Gibb gets a step on the defense, banks it home. Agnes from the corner for 3. Robertson taps it to herself, lost the ball, and it'll belong to TCU. Dallas Mavericks playing Golden State tomorrow, and Jimmy Butler has made the trip over.
And, looking at or just watching Jimmy Butler online, what he has shown up for women's basketball really talks so highly of the game. And, him coming tonight and finding opportunities to come support, Big 12 women's basketball really does mean a lot for the growth of the game.
I love it. Doing the Dallas Wings also, I love when the Mavericks and other NBA players show up. Agnes Eminoku coming off a tough game versus Texas Tech. Just 1 of 10 shooting. Very uncharacteristic of her. Mazurek is checked into the lineup for the Horned Frogs. 4 to shoot. Jovanovic. Whistle and a foul with .9 on the shot clock. Natalie Mazurek, redshirt senior out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Played at South Dakota. Has not played in a game since December 29th against Brown. Those were also her last points of the game. Calvert faces up on Merrill. Can't get it to go. Donovan Hunter out front. Averages over 2 assists a ball game. Spends a lot of time working on her game. Una, spin move, hangs in the air, got it. That's Una's first point since the Colorado game back on January the 1st. Whiting, that's going to be a travel.
Letting them work.
I think you're exactly right on that. Inside of 2:40 to play in the first half. Robertson back on top, Hunter. Una thought about it. Back to Donovan Hunter for 3. In and out. Rebound. BYU had it. Lost it. Nice hustle by Mazurek. Agnes Eminoku launches. Got it!
Coach Chavi was right in front of us and telling Agnes to shoot it. I think TCU, got hesitant because they haven't knocked down the last couple of shots, but you only need one to go down, and none other than Eminoku to get it.
And she needed that 6-0 run, make it a 9-0 run. Calvert launches the 3, back of the iron.
TCU wanting to slow it down now.
BYU over 3.5 minutes without a basket. Opportunity, 3-on-2. On the drive, and it drops. Great point, though. The big 3 on the bench for TCU for much of the second quarter. Mazurek again for 3. Shot clock turned off. Final 10 seconds. BYU looking to get it down to single digits. Gibb hangs in the air, off the glass, no. And the follow by Calvert. Second half, all about adjustments, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got some time to talk about it and, make adjustments, come out here. TCU needs to have a start like they did at the beginning of the game.
And they started out hot, opening up that 10-point lead. And again, the biggest lead was 12. BYU just 3 and 8 when they trailed at intermission.
Getting it right to her, and she was able to draw a foul in the first 13 seconds of the game.
There is Sedona from outside. She likes that face-up, not afraid to take it. Scoring is up in Big 12 for Amari Whiting. Handoff to Gibb. Nice job defensively. Beautiful pass. Barber can't finish it out.
And like I said, Barbara's a slasher. She's going to find her way in the paint to just make a difference there. Unable to finish the bunny, but I really loved the idea.
Barber got her first career start at Arizona State, responded with a double-double. Agnes Eminoku to the hole. Connor trying to go around Calvert. Gibbs splits the defense, gets around Haley Van Lith and got it. And the lead is still double digits. Madison Connor, good first half. Van Lith being guarded by Whiting. They don't double her. That opens it up. Can't finish it out. Agnes Eminoku.
BYU trying to get it up and get early offensive. We talked about her being the coach's daughter. She had committed to Oregon and then flipped her commitment when her mom got the job here at BYU. There's a lot of Oregon ties here.
Amari didn't even play her senior year of high school because of an ACL. But since coming to BYU, she sets the tone on both ends of the floor. Robertson set to check back into the lineup for TCU along with Madison Connor. Donovan Hunter straight down the side. Biggest lead of the game for TCU. Agnes Eminoku got a piece of it. Haley Van Lith tries to save it, not able to do it. Gillespie on Sedona Prince. That was probably not what Coach Whiting wanted.
Able to get that kind of 50-50 ball. They would have liked to set it up in offense and get a high-quality shot.
And again, down the lane, Haley Van Lith. Probably going to see that the rest of the season. BYU 0 for their last 4, over 2.5 minutes without a basket. Gibb leans in. Foul's going to be called on Bigby. Ball movement has been a key. Amber Whiting telling us yesterday it's been much better lately.
Right now on the floor, Gibb is really the one who's going and trying to hunt out those shots. And while the other players, Congdon hasn't really taken a three or hasn't gotten one up.
Prince, face-up jumper. Gillespie did not really challenge that.
And she's hit one already.
Asia Merrill will come back into the lineup. Haley Van Lith also will join her, and they finally break it. Connor thought about it, quickly covered up on the play by Cannon.
Oh, I thought Aaliyah was going to go up. If she would have just looked at the basket and seen that one more dribble, she would have had a layup.
Van Lith, the southpaw, the lefty buries the three. Congdon, you see the opening, you take it.
He's concerned.
I am. The reflexes are not cat-like anymore. Jovanovic for three, and she's got it.
Got it with a big smile on her face, too. Again, to see Una have success is such a good thing with all the work that she puts in.
She is one of the nicest people you want to be around. Positive attitude, always working hard. Count the basket and we've got a foul.
This year just kind of coming in as relief and producing as well.
And she did produce last year. Who can forget the 22-point effort Una had against Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championships?
And she was the reason that they stayed in that game.
Exactly. Electrified everybody in Kansas City. The lead is 13. Inside of 50 seconds. Connor for three. Got it. Whiting. Thought about it. Calvert had time. Thought the shot clock was bearing down. She still had 4.
And that's what a crowd does for you in home court advantage, because we had fans counting it down before it was actually that.
Final 5 seconds. Madison Connor. And Delaney Gibbs checked back into the lineup. Van Lith working on Whiting. Over Whiting. And the foul's going to be called, I think.
On the replay, I see Gibbs hit the hand of Haley Van Lith. Yeah, she got her on that right.
Yeah, got her on the wrist. And it was before the time ran out. And it got definitely quiet in this place. And for Haley Van Lith, she's had 13 games with 15 points, 5 assists.
She lived up to her name.
0.4 of a second left, but the lead is 18. And you can take a look at that. 66% field goals made this season have come off assists. That's above what coaches would like to see. That's pretty good. Calvert has been quiet since that opening half. And Sedona Prince with her third block.
And Sedona able to recover there as soon as Calvert put it on the ground.
78 blocks for Sedona Prince. Number 3 in the NCAA in total blocks and blocks per game. Big B gets away from Gibb. That's going to be a travel. Whiting has been quiet tonight for BYU. Just 1 of 5 shooting, but she does have 6 assists. Average is just under 4. And that is a pretty assist.
That's a pretty assist.
Calvert now with 16 in the ball game. Well above her 12.9 average. Prince. Calvert was leaning on her, pushes her out of the lane. They bang, and the foul's going to be called on Calvert. 5-time Big 12 Player of the Week. 11 double-doubles this season for TCU. Still 5 rebounds from upping that by 1 number. And that's one of those useless turnovers. Knocked out of bounds, taking a big hit was Barber. She's going to get up and be okay. Connor A beautiful pass inside.
Practice so that when your name is called, you are able to step up.
And Sedona, don't bring that in here. 4 blocks for Sedona Prince. She's up to 79 on the season. Robertson bangs inside. Can't get it to go, but a foul's going to be called. Her mom, 2 sisters, also played at BYU. Leah Robertson coming off that season high 14 in her last game. It's only her 2nd point tonight. I guess we have our opening jinx continues. We talk about somebody in the opening, they don't play well.
And we told her that.
And that's allowed TCU to take advantage of it, opening the lead to 21.
And that's where you sometimes want some senior leadership there at the point guard position. Too good of a player to let one game get her down.
She's too smart of a player to let one game get her down. Delaney Gibb on the penetration. Rebound knocked out at Arizona and then at Arizona State. Then a very important home game. That'll be on February the 23rd against Mark Kellogg's West Virginia Mountaineers squad. West Virginia, of course, playing Baylor tonight.
And one thing Coach Mark Campbell said that he really wants to get for this program is a sellout. West Virginia game would be, a prime opportunity for that. They're going to need the extra push here in Fort Worth.
By the way, Baylor leading West Virginia by 10. They're at intermission. Una, a little strong off the glass. Madison Connor for 3. Nothing but the... There's a couple of things that stand out. The points off turnovers, TCU has dominated that with 25. That has hurt BYU. Shooting in the 4th quarter has hurt them. Only 1 of 7, make it 2 of 8.
And then one other thing that stood out to me is TCU is plus 11 on the rebounding.
Yep.
On the glass, TCU has been really pursuing. And so that's something that BYU, it was a focus of theirs, and they're not executing that.
Robertson for 3. That is the 10th tonight. Tanuvasa thought about it, launches it way off the mark. Madison Connor finishing with 14 points, 4 of 11 from beyond the arc, but importantly, she had 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, she does a good job of being a playmaker when she needs to be. Her first look is to have a 3-point shot, but being able to find her teammates tonight.
Merrill inside, easy 2 for Deasia Merrill. She's got 8. She really has, but she's one of those players, we keep mentioning it, who stays ready. TCU will still look to push it. Again, our halftime score, it was an 8-point game at 38-30 in favor of TCU.
And you just see how, they kind of turned it up a little bit more in the second half.
Yeah, we are inside of a minute. Whistle and a foul is going to be called.
You don't have to fumble it. You don't have to, put it on the floor. You can go straight up.
Another outstanding game for Deasia Merrill. And you're going to need her in the Big 12 tournament. That is a grind, no matter what you are seeded.
Exactly. Having to play so many games in so many days, with the heavy minutes that the Big 3 plays, a lot of the bench players for TCU are going to come in clutch.
Here's Merrill along with her 9 points. She's got 6 rebounds in the ball game. Final 30 seconds. Una having an outstanding game. She's got 7.
And just the balance of scoring that TCU has experienced tonight really just shows how good of a team they are.
TCU going to go to 23-3 on the season. They move to 11-2 in Big 12 play. 1 more win to set a home record for wins in the season. 3 more wins to set a TCU record for wins in the season. So the Horned Frogs win at 79-47. Madison Connor with 14, 13 for Sedona Prince, Agnes Emanopu with 10, Haley Van Lith with 11. Final thoughts, Jada.
Again, team basketball, when names were called, they were able to step up on both ends of the floor. I really liked how they did this together.
Once again, TCU heads to the road. They head to the desert, taking on Arizona and Arizona State before coming home to take on West Virginia.